What's up, everyone? This is Mediaphile with your hosts Warren,
Hi,
Josh,
Hey!
and Josh Doolin. That's McCoin. And we're here to talk to you about your game news, your movie news, and whatever else is on media, because Mediaphile. And media.
Mediaphile?
Yes. This week is kind of a weird week for us to start out, but we're doing it anyway. We're starting with E3 news.
PrE3.
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 So yeah, we decided to start a podcast in one of the most important weeks of media. So we definitely have stuff that we can talk about.
Yeah, we're starting out pretty much in like the heat of video game like announcement season.
Yeah.
So we're gonna just go through all the conferences before they start, try to figure out what they're gonna announce, the leaks, the stuff that's already been shown, and what we think they're gonna announce, and kind of our wish list. But first, we're gonna do what we've been playing this week.
Oh yeah, we're gonna try to start these off every week with what are we playing and what are we watching, so you guys can follow along and get to know us a little bit better. Then we'll try to talk about news. This week will be a little bit different than every other week, right, guys?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, this week we're not really doing news because the whole segment's news. We're just gonna kind of go through what we're doing real quick.
Yes.
So, Josh McCoin.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's me. So this past week, I finished Horizon Zero Dawn.
Really?
A year late.
Yeah, but I mean, it's...
I almost said
fun.
that was quick, but then I realized, yeah, it is a year.
Yeah.
Mine, however, you can see is still in the package.
Right. I've had it for 6 months, but I didn't really start playing it till like a month or two ago.
Mm-hmm.
But I really thoroughly enjoyed it. It's not like the best game I've ever played, but I know, right?
I'm just kidding.
But Alloy's probably one of the best like open world like protagonists in a while.
Yeah.
I like Alloy a lot.
She doesn't change a lot in the story. She doesn't really go through a character arc. She learns a lot of things, but I feel like she's the exact same at the beginning than she is at the end. That's not a complaint. That's more like a this happens. The only complaint I have about the game is they give you the staff, but you're useless up close, which is to be expected when you're fighting like
Dinosaur mechs.
yeah, giant dinosaurs. But I hate when you have to fight people. But maybe that's just a consequence of me being terrible at stealth, because
it's true.
every
You're good at other things though.
yeah, but
Like
every
that.
single game that has
Like being
stealth
humble.
in it, yeah, I'm great at a bunch of things, like being bad at things. As far
Gosh
as
darn it, you know when you're bad at things.
right, yeah, I own it. As far as things that I've watched this week, I binge watched Arrested Development.
The new season?
The season 5.
Half of the new season. Yeah, we were going through it and thought that it was a short season, but it turns out they're just doing the
Like half season kind of
yeah, which I didn't know that Netflix did that a lot. I know that they did that with like Fuller House, but I didn't know that was a format they were like pushing.
Well, they also kind of like came out with Arrested Development out of nowhere because Arrested Development talked about doing the season 4 Redux for like 3 or 4 years.
So long.
And then they just, out of nowhere, they were just like, hey, guess what? It's out.
I was like, oh!
Also,
Okay.
wait for some new stuff coming out soon.
They were like, we can't tell you the date, but when you hear it, you're going to be like, oh, wow, that's pretty soon. And then like a week later, they were like, it's coming out now. And it's like,
Yeah.
why didn't you just
New season.
tell?
But, man, I love Arrested Development.
Did you know that Portia de Lindsay is
Her name's Portia de Rossi.
I think it's Portia, not De La Rosa. That's not her last name. I totally just
Her
put
name is
that.
Toyota.
But it's Portia. She is retiring from acting. This is like her last thing she's ever doing.
She better finish thinking Arrested Development because they've done a really good job at keeping the core cast like making sure everyone's there.
Yeah, well, if you know, I noticed this. She always, her scenes were always blocked weird.
Yeah, because it looked like they weren't in the same place at the same time. Well,
Right.
even Ron Howard.
Ron Howard stuck out so. That was so funny.
Yeah, Ron Howard's are the ones to where they're like, obviously, there's another person that's not Ron Howard doing lip motions and having like the same outfit on.
Yeah.
And kind of looks like Ron Howard, but it's shot from the back, so you can't really tell.
I really want that to just be a bit. Like, I really want him to have like no schedule conflicts, and they were just like, it'd be funny if we just had this guy be Ron Howard. Howard. Because, like, there's, like, obviously, like, there's Ron Howard talking. Like, when he's in a scene where a person's here and a person's here, they're not in the same shot. And it's, like, over the shoulders.
But that could also just be a shooting thing, because there was, like, 2 or 3 times where I started to, like, catch on to it. Like, this is totally not... they're totally not in the same spot, and they do it like 3 or 4 times, and then just have a wide shot.
Right, and it's both of them.
Like,
a lot of the main cast, that's like they do that with, but specifically Ron. Doolin, what you watching? What you playing?
I'll do watching first because that's the first thing that comes to mind. I'm watching a show. Watched like the first 5 episodes of a show called The 100.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Yeah, it was
old,
on,
isn't it?
Ish. It's on season 4 or something like that right now.
Okay.
It's on the CW.
Is it done?
Don't think so. It said something on the tagline that this new season's like coming soon or something on Netflix. But I don't know. Either way, I started it, and the premise, if you can get past like the weirdest premise like ever, it's not horrible. But the whole idea of it's kind of silly. So the world is basically like post-apocalyptic and kind of like a Wall-E scenario where they send all the humans into space and to like give Earth a break for a little bit, and then they wait like 100 years or so for the Earth. It's a weird scenario thing.
I just like the idea of giving Earth a break. Like, we sucked for way too long. We're just gonna leave.
We are a parasite.
We're gonna leave.
You need to heal.
Yeah, we're gonna leave. Let you get your scar tissue kind of like built up, and we're coming right back to do this again. Yeah.
But
not fix it. Just we're gonna stop for a minute.
They leave.
Yeah.
And only like a small number, like maybe 1,000 people, are alive on this giant planetary thing, and most of them have been born. Actually, all of them have been born on the space station. So like none of them know what Earth is like, and so they're running out of life support in like 3 months or so. And so this is the stupid part. They have to get past. They send not like their specialists, but they send all of their delinquents.
They're normalists.
Yeah, they're expendable.
Yeah,
I don't see anything wrong with this. To make sure it's still okay.
But they only have 3 months to figure out if it's habitable, and they send all these kids under the age of 18. 100 of them to be exact. Yes, exactly. And the thing, they get by with that.
Wait, you say it was on CW?
Yes,
that makes sense.
Instead of sending all delinquents, they only have people in jail who are under the age of 18, because anyone who commits any crime over the age of 18 is a capital punishment.
Oh. Like any crime?
Any crime.
Like if I like steal a pencil from Kroger?
All stealing is wrong. This one lady, to show you, in episode 2, this one doctor gives the leader of the space station extra anesthesia to get through a surgery than she's allowed to, and it ends up saving his life, but she gets capital punishment because of...
Oh.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Have you ever seen... I'm going to steal this for just a second. Have you ever seen Portlandia with Fred Armisen?
Like 1 or 2 episodes.
Okay, there's just one bit where he's like a South American dictator.
Yes.
And he's like, our country's great. You know why? Jail. Late to your dentist appointment? Jail. Early to your dentist appointment? Jail. Undercook the fish? Jail. Overcook the chicken? Jail.
Isn't that on Parks and Rec?
Is that on Parks and Rec?
It's on Parks and Rec. That is a bit on Parks and Rec.
No, then that's it's still Fred Armisen though.
He's on Parks and Rec, and he's a South American
Okay, so that's Parks and Rec, not
Portlandia.
Same guy though.
But it's the same guy.
It's just funny that I was like, this bit is strangely familiar.
They ripped off. Fred Armisen ripped off Portlandia.
He just played the same character.
Okay, I messed that up. That's what that reminds me of.
No, but I'm trying to get into that. It's really funny though. I'm trying to get into that. I'm like 5 episodes in, and so far it's been like, the whole concept of them on Earth is really interesting, and they try to be slightly scientific about it, like in terms of radiation, because there's a huge war, like all these animals, like different stuff like that. So that's kind of neat. Other than that, I've been playing a lot of State of Decay 2. I don't want to like get too much into it because I want to wait until an after E3 thing to talk more about it.
Gotcha.
But it is really fun. in terms of like how I would rate it, I would give it.
I guess 7.5 to 8.
I would give it like an 8.5.
I'd give it
It's
a
above average.
good job.
I really, really liked the first game, and it's basically the first game with bigger maps and multiplayer.
The multiplayer is a lot of fun too.
Yes.
And so it's the typical like sequel model of just like we're gonna keep the same thing, just more and better,
Yes.
just more and polish it up.
Which is exactly what I want from a sequel. In all honesty, like I don't want them to change the formula too much because the formula worked. I
Right.
just want new
That's why
characters,
you like it.
bigger, a different map, and multiplayer.
Okay.
Warren, what are you playing? What are you watching?
Let's see. When it comes
What are you
to,
playing?
When it comes
What
to
game you playing?
what I'm watching,
That's
I
a
went
90
through
scene.
like with Josh. I watched all of Arrested Development, the newest season.
Oh, I see
No,
how it is. I didn't get invited.
Have you even seen the rest of all of Arrested?
No, but I might have watched this season with you guys.
We were recreating
You can't.
past
You're not allowed to. That show is so like callbacky.
I have no idea what's in it.
It was made.
I would never do that with a show anyway.
It was made for Netflix before Netflix existed because it's made to binge watch all at once because all the jokes like call back to themselves so frequently
It's so funny.
and so well, and everything's like all the jokes just work.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not gonna explain a single one, but Lucille is my favorite thing on earth. I rewatched all of that. Anime I'm watching, and I found this out, and it hits every niche I love. It's called Megalobox.
Like Mega Blocks?
Megalo.
That's what I said.
Yeah,
Like
Mega Blocks.
Like yeah, like the rip-off of Legos?
No, Megalo Box.
Megalodons.
Yes,
Ooh.
I
Sea of Thieves!
but Megalobox is anime. Dude, in the future, I'm trying to figure out the best way.
Is
to
it a
explain
boxing big shark?
Yes.
Megalobox?
Yes.
I mean, there is boxing.
But
With the shark?
yes,
Good.
all these things are correct. You're doing perfect.
All
I
right.
don't have to explain it.
Thank you. I'm glad.
And then for what I've been playing, I picked back Street Fighter. I picked Street Fighter back up just because Cody's about to come out. And I'm really excited to play Cody. You love Street Fighter stuff, don't you?
Yeah.
Doolin?
We have a friend named Cody. Are you playing against him?
Yes.
Okay. That's cool. I didn't know he had a PlayStation.
And that's what I've been playing this week.
All right, PrE3.
Yeah. Do a cool little doop-a-doop for E3.
E3 doop-a-doop.
Alright, perfect.
Let's go!
They should put that before every conference.
Yeah.
E3 doop-a-doop.
E3 doop-a-doop. PlayStation.
The PlayStation experience at E3.
Doop-a-doop.
Anyway, we figured we could do this in order of how the conferences are coming out. So that means we get to start with everyone's favorite, EA.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they could put that before EA.
E3 doop-a-doop.
We were talking.
We're here.
We were talking about this before you got here. We were talking about EA.
Before who got here?
You.
Josh
Okay.
McCoin.
They can't see who you're pointing at.
Dang it. Well, they know now.
They should. I'm just kidding.
We were talking about how EA has. I don't know if they do this on purpose or not, but when they do their conference, they have a separate guy and a separate complete banner and everything when they do their sports games, which I love because they'll show the first 3 things. And then they're like, and now we're going to throw it over to this guy. Hey, guys, we're going to talk about FIFA and Madden. Skip.
So you know when you see the other guy come back, when
Yeah,
you see Satan come back on stage.
Yeah, you're like, okay, now good. Games again. Sweet.
You know, first of all, before we get into our predictions and everything, what they need and everything, let's talk about what they have confirmed so far. So we obviously know we're going to get a lot of Battlefield 5. Oh, goodness. We already got a gameplay trailer 2 weeks ago. We'll probably get... Or not gameplay trailer, it's a cinematic trailer.
There's a cinematic trailer with gameplay in it.
We'll probably have...
I'm just confused as to why all these game companies are releasing these things before E3. That is the point of E3.
Yeah,
Here's the thing.
that makes it less fun.
I'll do this at another time, but E3's dead. E3 is going to be gone.
Agree to disagree.
Yeah.
I think E3 is alive and well. we will talk about that. We will definitely.
But I think because
agree to disagree.
Nintendo's like the best thing about it, or like the biggest example of it.
Agree to disagree.
Yeah.
I'm just messing with you.
Yeah, but Nintendo's the best thing about it because they're like, we're not even gonna really do much at E3. We're gonna do the Nintendo Treehouse.
Yeah, they're like, we're going to show you a video, and we're going to use our conference time to have a giant Smash tournament.
Yeah, exactly. Which
Well,
I
not
think is
giant, but
which I think is cool.
I don't know. I really do like. I don't know. E3 in general and press conferences get you so hyped about things that probably won't live up to the hype.
like Peggle 2.
But the getting on hype trains is just really, really fun.
No, it is
and, like,
really fun.
You'll be sitting there and you're waiting, and then like some dude who you have no idea comes out. Everybody start clapping. You're like, oh yeah, I guess I'll clap too. And then all of a sudden they'll be like, we've been working on this for a really long time. I just want to throw it over to the screens. We're getting one of your favorite games too, and it's like, ah! Like,
There's a 2 after it! There's a 2 after it!
and it's just like, I was thinking about like past E3s and everything, like just the whole idea of people being able to bring out even just onto the stage like big things.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that used to be a really important idea, which was like I'm trying to think when the easiest one that came to mind, because I was looking through like past like E3s and like big moments, when Twisted Metal got announced by PlayStation. Like to get remastered and everything, they brought out like the ice cream truck, like it like pulled out, and nobody knew it was gonna happen. Like Sweet Tooth came out on stage, like everybody like lost their minds, like stuff like that is awesome.
I think the spectacle aspect is still like important to have, and it's cool to have at E3, and that's like the place to do it. But E3 like circa 2006 was super important because it was the only time anyone would pay attention to video games.
Yeah.
Like, no, even if you didn't like video games, you knew E3 was coming.
Yes.
In 2006 or 7. That's how I found out about every video game when I was in school.
Right.
Was E3.
Yeah, you get on GameTrailers.com and watch all the stuff that came out.
You get your like list of games and you get your releases, and then you have that for the rest of the time. But now with the way we can like, companies don't need E3 anymore.
Yeah.
Because you can just post it on Facebook.
That's absolutely true.
And the people who know it, the people who care, will find out immediately.
Right. E3 is unnecessary. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
But
it used to be necessary, and Nintendo knows it's not necessary anymore because Nintendo's like, we're not even going to care. We're going to use the space we bought for a Smash tournament to kind of promote our game. But all our announcements we're going to do from the Treehouse, and we're just going to live stream it ourselves because we don't need E3 for this anymore.
Right. Even the like, it used to be strictly press. Now you can buy tickets to E3.
And it's gone up and down with that for a few years.
Last year it reverted back to where only people who were press could go. It was really weird.
Up and down.
I think this year you can get tickets possibly, but you still have to be like friends of a friend type of thing.
Right.
Like they don't
Also,
just let anybody.
Just
I think anybody can go to it, but you can't be in the conference.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Well, a lot of the like complaints I've seen about people who do go is just the thickness on the floor, because you used to be able to like go through and play like the tech demos or whatever.
Well, because it's for, and that goes back to the thing. E3 is not for the consumer.
Right.
Because it's for business people to look at games and to see what they either are gonna invest in, what they're gonna try to do themselves,
or it's a bunch of reporters.
Or it's a bunch of reporters and people trying to make connections. And then E3 got so big and so many people snuck their way in.
I just realized we got off of EA like super quickly.
Because I don't care about it.
But it's fine.
Sports,
You're absolutely right.
I mean, I am excited to see what like indie developer they've swindled into their company to come out and present the game that like actually looks good. You're Unravel.
We're gonna talk. Yeah,
you're a way out.
Let me get to the wish list.
Showed up last year.
Yes.
Okay.
There's a guy who was like, basically. Like, his attitude was kind of like, I know you guys hate EA, but please play my game. I love making this game. I loved him so much. He was so, like, where the guy who made Unravel was, like, all nervous. It was like, I made Yarny.
I made this when I was on vacation with my family.
This guy was like, dude, it's really cool. I love this game, and I'm making it for you. Please buy my game.
Just because EA bought my soul does not mean you have to hate my game. Please.
He's like, I don't want couch co-op to be dead. I want you to play this with your friend.
Yeah, that he said that a lot.
Yeah.
Play it with someone else. And it's like,
You have to, yeah.
I think it is only
Right? Is there even online co-op?
I don't think so.
Because it wasn't.
yes.
It wasn't. It was made to be played with a person, like in person.
I think you can play single player. Maybe.
Well, no, I just mean like online co-op.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Let's talk about games that aren't out yet.
Confirmed for EA is Battlefield 5 and Anthem at least, and then obviously sports. But
What do you guys feel about Anthem?
I feel like Anthem looks really good.
It's an always online
they've compared it, or people have compared it to Destiny.
Right. I mean, if I were to just watch the trailers, I'd be like, this game's going to be amazing. Knowing
EA.
life and context, I'm like, I'm not going to get excited for this game. And maybe
That is what I'm going to do.
maybe I'll be surprised and it'll be good, and then I'll throw some money at it.
Lord knows that you're going to be playing it because I'm going to purchase it on Xbox.
That's true.
What? That's the issue is.
Oh, God!
I hurt.
Horizon's like, don't play their game.
Play me
I got
instead.
it.
I'm still wrapped in the wrapper.
See, the issue I have with it is
For you
because
audio.
of Star Wars and their whole like loot box fiasco.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if they're gonna go like pull back super hard and try to like get some good favor with Anthem and all the stuff they were gonna put in it they kind of took out, or EA being EA just double down and just hope no one cares.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, sell you a controller with a card slot in it.
With like the credit card slot in the controller.
I don't know. I have high hopes.
It's
at least for
BioWare,
Anthem.
right?
Yes, and although they had
So they made
trouble with
they made Baldur's Gate and they made
They
Knights of the Old
made
Republic.
Mass Effect and Knights of the Old Republic, but I mean,
And
who worked on those
Dragon
is
Age.
still a part of BioWare.
Right.
there are. I looked that up recently. I wanted to make sure that like at least some were, and like they still have their core. A lot of like major people did leave, but they still have like people from the original BioWare. I would say, obviously, Mass Effect Andromeda fell flat, but
That wasn't even BioWare. That was like BioWare, like Vancouver, right? Like they gave it to like
Something
some
like that.
side.
and I would say that despite like some motion mechanics, one of my favorite things that they added to that game was like booster packs.
Yeah, you're like
where you could like shoot up in the air and then
yeah.
shoot forward.
The movement was cool in
And
that game.
that is why I have better hopes for Anthem, because it's basically that all the time because you're Iron Man. And I don't know, it does look neat. I want to see
Hunters?
more. That's the thing. We
You're
don't
like
really know.
you're like Samus Iron Man.
What are you hunting? Or what are you out there
Bounties.
getting?
That, we don't know really. We know that they had.
We're
a couple
gonna
enemies.
wait till E3 to
What
find
did they fight
out.
in the last? What did they fight in the last?
We're gonna
trailer?
watch EA. You guys are gonna watch EA. We're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about Anthem.
But we watched the trailer with it.
I haven't watched the trailer recently. I forget.
What's the one from last? Okay, I was like, what's the one from last year where they had like the stupid like, fake team chat?
I love stuff like that.
Hey, I'm gonna need some help from this, Tiffany. Yeah, I'm coming. 1 second.
Watson.
Yeah.
I remember.
Wasn't The Division like one of the first games that they displayed doing that?
I remember back. Well, I mean, they've done like fake demos forever. I remember the first one that I like, think about like that was freaking Far Cry 3, and they had like the 4 people doing it because it was supposed to be like, you can play this even if you don't have the game. Let's play some multiplayer, and I'm like, this is scripted. They're not really playing this.
Okay. So a couple of things. Now that we got past the confirmed, because we don't really know what else EA has in store for sure. But I have a couple of things that have been hinted at. One of which is they're gonna obviously. I think this one we don't have to hint at. Battlefield 5 will have a big block of it. We'll see gameplay. Some people think that there might be a battle royale thrown into Battlefield.
Of course there will be.
Would you see how they have the parachute combat?
Yes.
Where at the end of
Dude,
the trailer,
what
they're
if you
all
could
drop-
like do a battle royale, but you could fight from the beginning, like shooting down from the parachute?
Oh, like you come down with it. I mean, in Battlefield, that makes the most sense.
Yeah.
To not have to look for a gun.
Or at least not the first one. Like everyone could start with like some crappy gun.
Yeah.
That's how Halo works.
Yeah.
But you get to respawn.
That's so not a battle royale.
Yeah.
Have there been any like rumors about a new Star Wars game? Like not Battlefront, obviously, but
I've not heard any, which is sad because I would love
I'm
for something.
pretty sure Disney's still really mad at EA.
I
So I'm gonna guess they either in the back room canceled some games or they threatened some stuff. Because I can't imagine EA coming out with a new game.
That brings me to my next thing that I think that they'll do, and this has nothing to do with anything leaked, but I would not be surprised if some corporate guy looks super sad and comes out and delivers the most scripted and heartfelt apology.
Oh, well, of
Ever.
course.
Where
Their
they just
biggest,
come
like,
out and like
conference PR.
like it's like the BP thing from South Park where it's like, I'm sorry. Sorry. It just cuts to like different pictures of like puppies and like koalas and then sorry.
I don't think EA wants to bring that back up.
Yeah, that's not a thing that you should bring up in your big exciting conference. That'd be like PlayStation being like, "Hey, sorry about those
Yeah.
when PlayStation sorry about those network errors like from like 2011."
Yeah. I could see them maybe, especially if they were going to announce like they want people to look at these games a little differently. So what they really need is somebody to be like, we've learned our lesson.
They need to bring
No, what they're gonna do?
They need to bring Unravel Guy out.
No, what they're gonna.
That is a wish list one. I want Unravel 2 so bad because
Unraveled.
it's been in development for a while. I would not be surprised.
Unraveled. No, what they're gonna do is they're just gonna do like the little side comments every single time with Anthem of just like, this is Anthem where you're gonna be able to get gear for free and there will be no loot boxes that you have to pay for. They're gonna do that kind of thing where they're just gonna like insure you over and over again of small
And
stuff.
they say it like they're doing you some service.
Yeah.
I could have swore. Take
And
this
just
with a
for
grain
you,
of
we're gonna
salt.
make it always online so you can always play with your friends.
Oh, that's so nice.
Take this with a grain of salt, audience. Maybe you should go look it up and then comment or let me know by tweeting at me and saying you're dumb if I'm wrong.
I can't wait to tweet at you.
I'm pretty sure they also said that Battlefield is... Well, I just literally lost my train of thought, but I'm pretty sure they said... Battlefield was going to have either a Battle Royale or a 100 player single player mode, like free for all. Another person said that there was going to be a Need for Speed game get announced.
Ooh, there hasn't been a
another
Need for Speed game.
No, I think there was a Need for Speed game out somewhat recently, and it did terrible.
Oh, well, it needs to be like Need for Speed Underground. That's what it needs to be. They just need to call it
Did
Need
they
for
have a
Speed
second
Underground
one of
3.
those?
Yeah, Underground 2 was like super big.
Okay.
And I think it had that one song that was like that one.
I don't know what that is. Okay, that's all I have for EA. Does anybody want to talk about anything else? We just want to move on.
There was a Need for Speed Payback that came out last year.
Payback. What?
Wait, now I think I remember that.
I don't remember that at all.
Well, it has the scores are across the board meh. They're all 5s.
Across the board, meh. That should be the title of this E3 podcast.
Across the board, man.
All right.
E3 boop-a-doop.
Alright. Gosh. Dang it. The next one we have to talk about is Microsoft. They'll be on Sunday at 4 p.m. if you're in the Eastern time zone like we are. Oh gosh. Should I not tell them we're in the Eastern time zone?
They're gonna hunt us down and gut us like a pig.
There's so much of the Eastern time zone. Anyway,
What do we have for Microsoft?
that's confirmed? Absolutely nothing.
What about leaked?
What
Or
about-
rumored leaked?
What's the?
I have quite a few things possibly
Is
coming
it
out.
multi-platform? What's the game that's the pirate game?
Sea of Thieves.
Sea of
No.
We're talking about Microsoft, right?
Well, I didn't say if it was Microsoft or multi-platform, but there's
I know what game you're talking
it's
about.
Ubisoft. It's an Ubisoft game that was basically like, hey, remember Black Flag? Yeah, we just took the ship combat from Black Flag and we just made a whole game out of it. It's like Skull and Crossbones.
Skull and Bones.
Skull and Bones.
Yeah.
Is that not Microsoft exclusive, or is that multi?
I don't think it is. I think it's multi-platform.
Especially if it's Ubisoft.
But Halo 6 has all been confirmed that it's going to be there. If it's not there, I will go ahead and tell you that Microsoft will be like last place in this conference because it needs a new Halo game, like badly. I really want it.
Again, when it going back to just like that, the way E3 is working nowadays, I feel like Microsoft is the only one of the only companies now that are like, or at least at the big three, that have still stuck to the E3 format.
Like they have not
shut up until the day of. Talk about everything the day of, and then end it with like a big like reveal of like today this is out.
It almost worries me though that they haven't had anything leaked because it's almost like, well, do you have anything to leak?
Yeah.
Like,
is anyone even looking at you?
Yeah.
Is anyone even trying to get something leaked?
Last year's was actually really good for them. Even besides like the Scorpio, there was just a lot of games.
Yeah, and they need something though because 2018 has been kind of slow. People have hinted at a Sea of Thieves update announcement, like a huge one.
They just had a big update.
Well, like people have been saying that Rare has been holding back information in terms of what they're going to add to the game, and people think the reason they're doing that is because Microsoft's like, hush, we need something to fill this 2-hour block that we've rented out at E3. So
Rare, shut up and then just talk about all the cool stuff you're going to put in.
So I would not be surprised if we saw the guys from Rare come out and gives us at least a little bit more of an insight into what they're planning on doing.
And they could say, we're also making a sequel to Banjo-Kazooie.
That would be...
Give me Banjo 3!
Amazing.
E.
Banjo 3.
E.
3E. Banjo 3E, E3, doopadoop.
Gosh dang it. Alright, what else is there? Crackdown 3 still has not got a release date yet. It was supposed to come out this year, but it's being pushed back, and people are just not talking about it.
Crackdown 3 got announced like...
It was
2 years ago.
No, I thought Crackdown 3 got announced like when the Xbox One came out.
They had the big trailer last year with Terry Crews in it, but that was really the first time I noticed
I remember that.
There was a trailer literally the year before, too.
Really?
Yes. It has been in development and kept getting... What? Oh, my bad. It's been getting put back for a while. Last year, when they got added Terry Crews, it was just like... We got this big guy, but we don't have anybody now to, like, spend our money on to, like, make the game better.
Right.
So it's like, we spent our money on Terry Crews, but
we had to fire 5 developers for this.
So we were running out of time. So people are hoping that they'll come out and, like, actually give us a release date finally.
That'd be nice.
Because that game actually does... It is perfect for Xbox in the sense that their games are less about, like, how nice it looks or story-wise, but it's like, here's a fun game that you can play with your friends, type of thing. I was talking to you about that.
Yeah.
A while ago.
Then was there rumors about Gears of War?
There's a rumored Gears of War either 5.
It's probably a rumor every year.
Gears of War, which is ridiculous because Gears of War 4 is still like
just came out.
It came out like a year and a half ago.
Oh yeah, it really isn't that old.
So you could announce it and say it's coming out next year. And
that's true.
But there's another rumor that half of their studio is working on another Gears game that is not going to be a traditional Gears game. It's going to be a game similar to XCOM.
Ooh, I'd play that.
Because, I mean, think about Gears, and I was mad at first when I heard this, but when you think about Gears, you think about, what is the first type of combat you think of?
Chest-high walls.
Chest-high walls. So... That is literally XCOM because it's just like
you get
hide behind this
cover,
thing, move to this cover, take a shot type of thing, and I don't know.
It would work.
Really
it could
nice.
Work.
You already have a ton of enemies you could throw at them.
The company that made Gears was Cliffy B's. What?
No, not
Riot.
Riot.
Not Riot.
they make League of Legends.
Gearbox.
Is it Gearbox?
Was it Epic Games?
Epic Games, but it's also Gearbox.
Well,
Gearbox is
that's
like
what I was gonna say. It's Epic Games. And the only thing I could think of with Gears and Epic made Fortnite.
Yeah.
So
Battle Royale Gears of War.
No, I'm actually thinking like Oh no, they threw all their money at. They're gonna throw all their development time and everything toward Fortnite because it's a literal cash cow.
But Fortnite's paying for itself almost.
Yeah, but it still means they have to have people constantly.
It definitely is paying for itself.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, like, Epic probably doesn't feel like making games, any other games besides Fortnite now.
Right.
They barely wanted to make Fortnite. Fortnite was gonna be
now
like
they're really glad they made Fortnite.
Fortnite was gonna be like the last game they were gonna make.
It still might be the last game.
Yeah, exactly. It was gonna be the last game they were gonna make before they either shut down or changed like strategies. I think they're gonna go into software. All I'm saying is because of Fortnite, I feel like we might not kick Gears. I don't know that's 100% how that works.
It's a possibility. I mean, if Microsoft is the way they have been, like with Halo and everything, they won't let Gears die.
Oh yeah, they'll throw some of their own money at it.
Or they'll have another company do it.
Yes.
Right.
They'll be like, okay, you guys don't want to make Gears anymore? Yoink.
Here it is.
Here it is.
304 games.
304 games. So, other than that, all I have are wish list things, and obviously, since I'm kind of like biased towards Xbox, I have a couple of wish list items.
Go for it.
But I was gonna ask you guys if you had anything first that you'd like to see Microsoft come out with.
Let's see. That I want Microsoft.
They control Rare, so if Rare can make more games, I'll be happy. But besides that, Halo, maybe the Gears of War XCOM thing you said got either leaked or rumored.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds cool, but I really don't have a dog in this fight.
You don't have
expectations, really. Yeah, I don't really have. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't watch the Xbox conference anyway.
I'm still holding out for Fusion Frenzy 3.
Crap is Fusion Frenzy. Oh.
That would be interesting. My biggest thing for Microsoft, and I think this is like do or die for me on terms of like how I come away with looking at them in this conference, is that for one, they announced Halo 6, obviously. But when they announce it, how do they announce it? Do they show us a trailer? Do they give us gameplay? What I want to see is them give us a quick trailer announcing it. Announcement trailer.
Okay.
Then cut to gameplay of just literally 4 guys in a corner of the room playing couch co-op Halo 6, and it be on the screen, and that's all I need. You don't have to tell me anything about the game.
Okay.
You don't have to tell me where it's gonna be in the timeline wise. If you bring back couch co-op to Halo 6, I will be in love with this conference.
It's such a funny thing because it's like it'd be such a like amazing thing for them to do it, but it's what they should have done anyway.
Yeah, absolutely.
The issue with that is it's not gonna happen. Games can't do that.
Really
like, Halo specifically can't do that anymore because they can't power rendering 2 screens at once.
I don't need 60 frames per second.
Well, you didn't even have that with Halo 5.
Couch co-op.
Halo 5 dropped frames all the time.
It did. See, they just need to forget about it. That was their big mistake with Halo 5. Just give me couch co-op back so I can play with my friends.
What if they did couch co-op, but it was only for the 1X?
I mean, I would be fine with that.
I mean, you have it, but how do you think that would go over?
It would not go over well.
No, because because when you make a system, you don't want to... I'm trying to figure out the best way of saying this. You don't want to make the person with the base model feel lesser.
Right.
You want to make the person that has the bigger model just feel better. And so you can't, you feel like you're taking away a feature from the base model.
But the feature's already gone. If it was Halo 5 first time they only had it on one system, I could understand.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, hey, we're doing this on this system because we literally can't do it on the other.
Right, which is true. But it's just kind of like how PS4 Pro works and Xbox One X kind of works. I was just like, we don't want to not give this person the ability. We just want to give this person more abilities, which sounds the same, but it's this thing of, yeah, you can watch things in Blu-ray or whatever on the Xbox One, or you can watch things in 1080p, but you can watch things in 4K on this. And so you kind of have to you can't take away features, which I know the Halo 5 didn't have it anyway.
Yeah.
And it couldn't have it. But I feel like that would be a marketing problem because it sounds like you're trying to make...
To push the new system.
You're trying to make the Xbox One sound inferior to the Xbox One X. And they don't want to do that. They want to make like a tier model.
They want people to still see that the Xbox One is a thing to have.
Because now the Xbox One is going to be your entry model.
Yeah.
And you can't make your entry model look like crap.
I don't know. I just hope that they do something like that. Even if it's just 2-player. Give me back
I
Couch
could see
Co-op.
them doing 2.
Either way. Then another one I really want... they need at least one new big IP. They need something new. And then I want to see...
Sunset Overdrive 2?
No, a new IP that has not been announced.
Sunset Overdrive was fun.
It was announced. It was good. And then lastly, it would not be, and this is good news for you guys. It would not be. Well, it wouldn't really matter to you.
Yeah,
you
I
have
have
both
an Xbox.
now. But it wouldn't be, what's the word? Exclusive anymore. Because this company has come out and finally said that any games they make from now on, they want to try to make as much money as possible. And Microsoft was like, okay, because they really couldn't say anything to them. Alan Wake 2.
Oh yeah.
I've
You've been on Alan Wake 2 for so long.
Pretend-
It will be
11.
my E3 wish list until it gets announced. I will be in the... it probably won't get announced like ever, but Alan Wake was one of my favorites, and it still is one of my favorites.
Alan Wake was a launch title for the Xbox 360?
I don't know if it was launch, but it was pretty early
12
on.
years.
But it was hinted at in Quantum Break, right?
Oh, I've been playing through Quantum Break, which came out maybe 3 years ago, 4 years ago?
2016.
Alan
I
Quake.
think.
Alan Quake.
No.
Quantum Wake.
Quantum Break.
Quantum Wake.
Quantum Break. In Quantum Break, it's a completely different setting, completely different place. But in that, you find a collectible, like first level, where you watch a TV just for fun, like you can click it on, and it is a trailer, like a cinematic trailer for Alan Wake 2 without saying Alan Wake 2, but it has like Alan Wake as a human character in it and like all these different things, and it's so weird. So like they've already hinted at it in a couple of things. I need it to happen.
John Microsoft, please help my friend.
And Mr. Alan Wake, can you please come back for a new game?
John Quantum Break.
Anyway, that's it for Xbox. Do you guys have anything else to add to that one?
Not really.
No.
Not really? All right. So
have they talked about anything else with cross-platform crap?
I was going to get to that with Nintendo.
You're going to talk about with Nintendo?
Because I think that would be more of a thing that they would announce before Xbox would. Maybe. I mean, Minecraft will probably come out and say something else. Mojang is...
Minecraft already is cross-platform with everything except for PlayStation.
But that was what made me think of it. Mojang will probably come out and announce something.
Mojang
What if Minecraft 2...
Oh my God.
Even though it's already randomly generated, doesn't make sense.
Right.
Now we have...
This time it's circles.
Instead of blocks, it's now the polygons from like Nintendo 64.
Like they're slowly going back up.
Eventually we'll get HD Minecraft. Truly HD. And then it will start over again.
Anyway. Next up is Square Enix.
They have their own conference?
Yes. You didn't know that?
No. Have they always had their own
Oh,
conference?
wait, no. Not Square Enix. Square Enix is after this next one. Sorry. Bethesda. Bethesda's after Microsoft. Okay. Sorry, Bethesda owner who's
John Bethesda.
Obviously listening to our podcast.
So, they had their Fallout 76 announcement.
Only 2 things that they've confirmed for E3.
So they announced the game, and it's a spin-off. It's not like a normal Fallout game. It's like I think it's more like a survival. The war has changed.
Is it?
It's like a survival. Like, think of like... I mean, it's not
Rust.
like zombies, but like Rust, like Metal Gear Survive, like that kind of thing. I'm pretty sure.
Is it really?
I'm pretty sure you're like, you come out of the vault and you're like rebuilding the world.
Like you were coming out at the right time.
Yeah. But
is there anything else for that game that came out besides that teaser trailer?
I mean, I think people have talked about it a little, but that's the only visual thing. But
So
do you think that this might be like a redirect, like a deflect. Like, we're going to release this a couple days before E3 and then hit you with a big announcement during our conference. Because they've announced Rage ahead of time. They announced this ahead of time. So what if they were like, all right, and now big news, Skyrim for your toaster.
Okay, so...
They already have that.
I think we're almost getting to the... This is just me thinking meta about E3 in general.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we're getting to the point of the Black Friday effect.
Mm-hmm.
Where, like, we need to have something cool on Black Friday. And so we need to announce all the cool stuff on Black Friday. But everyone's announcing cool stuff on Black Friday, so we have to do it ahead of time. So now all the deals and all the stuff gets announced on Thursday.
So what you're telling me is eventually we're just going to get to the point where
all the big news
it's going to be E3 month. And
yeah,
people are just going to announce
that's exactly how I feel now. Is like what Bethesda's doing of like we're going to announce a Rage 2 and we're going to announce Fallout 76 now because whoever says because it doesn't matter who has the biggest news. Everyone's trying to be the first news.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm trying to think out there, which is why people start doing that.
If those are the only two games they're going to be talking about, you can't fill an entire... I mean, you can.
I don't think that'll be their only games, but yeah.
So what do you think
What did Bethesda do the year Fallout 4 came out?
They talked about Fallout
4 for an obscene amount of time.
I am just on
got a new... we got...
Oh, Dishonored 2.
You liar. We got freaking Fallout Shelter.
They even talk about Fallout Shelter? Or they just...
No, they announced Fallout Shelter, showed you what it was, and then a guy came out and said, it's available now!
And he downloaded it then.
I was like, what? And then downloaded it on my phone.
So Fallout Shelter 2.
What? Okay, just one.
Boop boop.
E3 boop. I've never felt like Bethesda needed a conference.
I like
No, they really don't.
But last year they did not. The year before, we got Fallout 4, we got Dishonored 2, we got Fallout Shelter.
That was like 2 years ago.
We got Doom got announced that year. We got PrE got announced that year. There was quite a few things.
And that was the 2015 year, though.
Yeah, it was enough to fill a conference.
Yeah, that was their first one, too, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so they went big on that one.
And then it's like, crap. Well, we don't want people to think we don't have stuff, so let's keep doing a conference. But it's like, it's okay to not have stuff. You're one company.
I have a couple things that I think this one will expand on.
New Quake?
We'll see. That would be
yeah, that's gonna happen. Quake Battle Royale.
They are bringing back older things because I mean, Rage got announced with a sequel with a brand new company.
Wasn't there a recent Quake game like Quake Heroes or something like that?
No, Quake. I don't think either Quake Heroes didn't come out or it's not out yet.
Fallout 76 got announced. I think that we'll see at least 1 or 2 DLCs for Wolfenstein.
It's Quake
which came out this past year.
And it's either didn't come out or it's yet to come out.
No, I think it's out.
What else?
Because I remember hearing people talk about it, and I don't think that it was very good.
We might see the Dishonored people come out and at least tell us that they're working on something new.
I haven't played the second one. Does it leave room open for a sequel?
You know that they already came out with like a mini game in between or after that, right?
No, I didn't know that.
Quake Champion is not out.
There is not only Dishonored 2, but there is not even a Dishonored 2 expansion. It is, or what is it called? DLC.
DLC. You call it the board games DLC.
I'm sorry. It depends on what I'm playing, like
right.
more of. But they came out with a whole other game. I forget what it's called, but it's like Dishonored, Shattered something. I don't know.
Shattered Memory.
No. But they kill, or the whole thing is about them trying to kill the guy who gives powers.
Oh, interesting.
To people, because he's the problem, or something like that. Because he gives powers, if you remember, to the bad guys too.
Yeah.
Like he's the reason anybody has powers. So they're like, let's just get rid of the guy who has powers. It's like in Star Wars, let's just get rid of the Force.
Let's go kill the Force.
Let's see. Bethesda possibly announcing Doom 2. It's been a while. It's been at least 3 years since Doom 1 came out, and it went over pretty well.
It went over super well.
Yeah.
No, people loved Doom. It was the...
It's even on the Switch.
Yeah,
It
and it
is.
actually doesn't play horribly, which is surprising.
But they did like they did some voodoo magic on that too because
Yeah.
it runs on what engine is it's not Unreal, is it?
I'm not sure.
Something like that.
It's on some engine that shouldn't work on the Switch, but they did some weird voodoo magic to make it work. I'm trying to remember.
Frostbite? Because I know Frostbite doesn't work. No, that's EA's engine, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know. But I do know that people have been saying PrE2 might get announced. Which, have either of you guys played PrE1?
He has PrE.
I played PrE.
Played PrE.
Yeah, I played the first like 3 or 4 hours of it.
Okay,
It's
I've
it's
played the
scary.
same amount.
Mimics are the funniest thing in that game.
They're terrifying.
They're the best thing ever as like a normal because it's like the default bad guy.
You know for a fact that like Bethesda was playing, what is
Prop
it?
Hunt.
Prop Hunt. It was like,
It's literally-
how can we put this in our game?
It's literally Prop Hunt the monster.
Yeah. Because you're looking, you're like, there's 2 coffee cups, bang bang. And that's.
Well, my favorite thing is just like
Terrifying.
my favorite thing is like you walk into a room and you look away and you look back like why is that chair falling over?
Yeah, and it's essentially like the scary hand monster
Yeah.
from Dead Space that like grabs you, and so it's really kind of terrifying.
I don't know if I could play that game.
It makes you terrified of everything that comes in twos, which is sad because there are a lot of things in that game that are by themselves, and I don't know if that's on purpose or if it's just like lazy, like they couldn't come up with like a bunch of different coffee mugs, so there's just like 4 of them laying there, and you're like, one of them's a mimic, and I know it. Go away.
Well, just the funniest. It's the funniest way to make the player feel like an insane person of just breaking every object they run across, just to make sure.
It's like Legend of Zelda, but different.
Does PrE end with a cliffhanger to where they make PrE 2?
They can always make more.
I mean,
of those.
it doesn't have to follow the same character.
I mean, PrE and PrE doesn't follow the same character.
Yeah, it's barely even the same game.
Because PrE, you're
it
a
really
Native
isn't.
American fighting aliens,
And this
and you
one,
have weird spirit powers.
this one has a lot of different endings too. I haven't played it all the way through it, but I've heard that like you can do horrible things or you can do really nice things, and all of
Sounds
them.
like Bethesda.
Yeah, like type of thing. Then wish list items. I only have 2, and I only have to have 1 for me to be happy.
I only have literally one.
I
What are
bet
your
I bet
twos?
it's the same thing.
What are they?
One of them is a new Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, that's
The other
Shut-
one you
Bethesda-
should be even more excited about.
What is that?
A new New Vegas 2. A new Vegas. I
Like
guess
something
new-
in that same vein.
It needs.
a new Vegas game.
They're not gonna announce another Fallout game along with 46. 46.
76.
And 76 is the same as Soldier. That's how I
76.
remember it.
Okay,
Soldier 76. Maybe it's about Soldier 76.
but
Overwatch Fallout crossover.
I would play it.
I know
they're
you're
not
right.
gonna announce another Fallout game
We're
with
all
Fallout.
soldiers now. They did with Fallout 4.
Yeah,
they
Fallout
announced
Shelter.
Fallout Shelter.
Yeah, that counts.
It does.
Hey, Fallout Shelter got a 9.5 on Steam.
Yeah,
it still
did. It's
is
really
updated.
weird.
I don't have anything else. I want
But
from
it
Bethesda.
yeah, just say Elder Scrolls. I'm pretty sure they'll win. They had like a cinematic like thing for Elder Scrolls like 2 years ago for Elder Scrolls 6.
No, it was just more stuff for Elder Scrolls Online.
No, they did the thing where it like faded in and it was like it said this. It had the 6 and it said Vess, some location.
I don't think that's a real thing. I think
they did that. I think they did that at the conference though.
No, it's a fake. That's not a real.
The only other thing I could think of that I would possibly want is a Doom 1 and 2 remaster, where it looks like this does,
But
like
it
the new
follows
Doom,
those exact old
but
games.
it's literally just a level. Like you could even have like announce the new Doom.
And then
Doom
here's
2.
this that'll tide you over.
Yes, and this right here, it'll be $20, $30 or so, and you can play even if it's just one of those 2.
Get trapped in the room with a cyber demon.
Yeah, terrifying. Oh my gosh. Dormammu will come to bargain. We'll have to talk about it
Yeah, sometime.
That's a really fun game. Other than that, I don't have really anything as good with Bethesda.
Let's keep going. Don't even talk about Ubisoft. We're skipping that one. E3, boopadoo.
All right, Square Enix.
What? I saw a rumored more Hitman.
Yeah.
I'm always down with more Hitman.
Hitman 2 is possibly getting announced, and then
Which
they'll
is
probably...
an odd thing to name it. I guess it's the sequel to the episodic one.
Yes.
Probably.
Which was only called Hitman, right?
I guess it was, yeah.
Yeah, it was just Hitman. I like the episodic thing for that. Everyone like made
Got
fun, got mad of. It makes the most sense. It just made sense.
Also,
those games were good episodically.
I've heard that. Also, I
Because
didn't
there's so much you
realize
can do.
that how crazy Hitman levels are.
Mm-hmm. They're
Where,
huge.
like,
they're huge, and they're all like.
It's one level, but it's enormous.
And there's tons of different ways you can kill.
It's like that game. It's like the Mousetrap game, the board game.
Mousetrap?
Yeah.
No.
Yes. But where just like everything is just like this thing causes this thing causes this thing causes this thing, and there's 8 different things you can do.
Mm-hmm.
And so you just get to figure it all out. So you can beat it the first time and go back through the second time and be like, oh, I want to do the thing where I drop the car in that person's head instead of just walking up and shooting them and running away.
Yeah.
My favorite Hitman thing ever is, I think it's from the third one. You're in like a theater. There's like a play going on, and in the play somebody like shoots someone with a fake gun.
What?
And you can replace it with a real gun.
Oh, that's awesome.
So then like it gets to that point and the guy like shoots him and he's like, what? What's going on? And then you just leave.
Yeah.
That's my favorite way to kill anyone in any of those games.
You can do that. You don't even have to be in the room when that happens.
Yeah, you can do that and then just wait at the exit.
And then you just see, it just says like complete and then you just walk out.
It was so cool, but like I watched him actually do it, so like I was standing in the thing.
Pretty neat. Tomb Raider 3 will get a lot of.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called. It's like Tomb Raider: The Shadow.
Oh yeah, they would talk about that
Becoming
in
the Tomb
actual,
Raider.
I
don't remember.
3 Tomb Raider, 3 Furious.
But it's supposed to be. I mean, those games are really good. That'll probably get a lot of time. People have been hinting at Final Fantasy.
Oh, it's Square Enix. That's when we're gonna get Kingdom Hearts stuff.
Oh yeah, Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy VII Remaster.
Yeah, that's not happening.
No, it's a thing. Like it's literally like.
We'll get that in 2020.
I mean, this would be a time to.
They completely, like scrapped the game and started over.
Well, yeah, but like,
no, not from Final Fantasy VII. They had Final Fantasy VII Remake, made it halfway, scrapped it. They started over in like 2016.
But we're going to get it eventually.
Because Japanese developers don't know how to make big games.
They are going to. That is a controversial statement.
That's 100.
Jeez.
They don't though. They don't have like the structure for it.
You want to do agree to disagree eventually on that topic, and you can do the opposite.
I don't care.
Well, you guys can start planning.
Let me look up some stuff and see if I actually have a
That's
good leg to stand on.
I only have one thing.
You don't.
One thing I hope. They have an hour. I only know of 3 games they could talk about.
Mm-hmm.
They better announce this at least within the next 2 years. It's Sleeping Dogs 2. I want
Is that Square Enix?
so bad.
Yeah, it
Yes.
is.
It is.
Weird.
It is. It is owned by the same people who do Tomb Raider.
They remastered or re-released it for the newer systems. So, I
Yes.
mean, they know that people like it.
I want it really bad. I've heard some like painful like things about it where like people who worked on it eventually like weren't able to be at the company anymore. Like it's in one of those like limbo states, kind of like Dead Island 2 was when it got announced at E3 and then got dropped off the face of the earth. But we'll see.
I just
I don't
want
have anything else from Square
I want
Enix, so.
release date for Kingdom Hearts, which I think
That is not that hard.
I think we're there. Like the most recent trailer finally had like the theme song with like Utada Hikara, the person who's been doing the music since the first one.
February 2019.
I would hope so, if not sooner. Like holiday this year is like a dream, but I think we're here.
You think okay?
Like every other year.
Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy VII are the 2 things to where like I've just kind of it's in the same vein in my head as The Last Guardian was. I'm like I'm just gonna pretend that those games don't exist.
When The Last Guardian came out.
Yeah, 12 years later.
And we've been getting more and more stuff, like more like actual trailers for it this year.
Yeah.
Like we've been
it could very possibly come out this holiday season. And to me, they don't exist. They don't until I see actual gameplay from any of them.
There's been gameplay for Kingdom Hearts. There's been a ton of gameplay from Kingdom Hearts.
There's been some. And there's been some for like 4 years.
Yeah, but there's been more recent gameplay. There
Those
have been
games just
English
don't-
trailers in Toy Story World, which I'm very excited for. There's going to be Wreck-It Ralph World, Monsters Inc. World. They're hitting like all the Pixar movies.
Which is funny because Wreck-It Ralph is like, it has all the other characters in it too.
Yeah,
Wreck-It Ralph.
Like it's like a Kingdom Hearts.
In fact,
if Kingdom Hearts visited Kingdom Hearts.
And let's say, actually, in Wreck-It Ralph, he could go to Kingdom Hearts World, and so you could be in Kingdom Hearts, go into Wreck-It Ralph, and going into Kingdom Hearts inside Wreck-It Ralph.
Well, I was going to say that's
And
not
the guy
a thing,
from
but it would
Inception
be in the
shows up.
second one. Because in the first one, it's just an arcade. But the second one, he gets access to everything.
So, literally, that's what I'm saying, is you could be
An infinite
Sora.
loop.
You could be Sora going into Wreck-It Ralph, who goes online, who goes into Kingdom Hearts, who can find himself on the internet, who can then go into Wreck-It Ralph, who can go in... Like, it goes forever.
Anyone else taste pennies?
Anyway, let's quickly get through Ubisoft. We gotta talk about
there's
thing.
one thing.
Yes.
It's a Skull and Bones game. which looks
Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Okay, the Greek.
So you're going to be a assassin who can throw his hat on people and take over their body and go around looking for moves.
Dang it! I thought of that immediately. I was like, Mario Odyssey got announced, and they were like, "Gosh, dang it!
That's a good name.
Well, I bet they already had their name.
Jump
by
up, assassin. Stab him.
then. A lot of the time will probably be given to Division 2.
Oh, is that a thing?
Yes.
Because the first one did so well.
It actually did.
It did not. It does not deserve a sequel. It did good initially. It sold well. The
it
first
does
week.
whatever. It does whatever AAA. It does what every AAA game does, where it does like decent like blockbuster numbers.
It did well enough for them to make.
Like
one.
it sold a lot the first week, but the kind of game it is, like the fact that I guess they could aim for another good week 1 release, but I feel like nobody's like on their seat like, oh, I can't wait for a new Division.
You'd be surprised.
Division.
I could be surprised.
Division was a game that petered out really fast.
Like a week. Like at least by the end of the month, their player base had gone down over 70%.
Yeah, well, yes. Also, those games are just they're just made to die that fast.
But like this one specifically was made with the model, even if it was made to die, it's not the kind of game that's supposed to be made to die.
It's still getting updates. I'm gonna play devil's advocate for the people who are listening who are like, "Hey, I like Division 2."
Okay,
Or
there's
Division.
no way that the Venn diagram of people listening and people still playing Division
Division.
are going to hit. None of those 8 people are going to be listening to our podcast.
Hit Josh up on Twitter if you play Division.
Follow me if you're mad. I need followers.
Don't follow him. I'm just kidding. Follow me instead. You can follow us both. What are you? Some follow hog?
Oh, and maybe a new Rayman game would be fun.
Well, they're gonna give a lot of time to be. Well, not probably a lot of time, but they're gonna give some time to Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Oh, and
Which
Just
kinda nice.
Dance.
Which got announced last year, which I'm excited about.
Is Aisha Tyler hosting again?
I would doubt it.
Again, Beyond Good and Evil goes in the same category that I'm putting Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy VII in. Of like, I still actually don't believe it.
But
sometimes.
has it been confirmed for this?
Yeah.
Beyond Good and Evil 2? Yes.
For this,
It has.
They announced it last year,
They-
and gameplay should be shown this year.
But I mean, like, has it been confirmed for this conference? Like, have they said? Okay.
Yes.
The development of Beyond Good and Evil is an insane thing.
I have one thing on my wish list, and you've played it. I don't know if you've played it. Maybe you have. You've probably heard of it at least. It's an indie title that they kind of got behind, kind of like EA did with Unravel. I want another Child of Light. I want Child of Light 2.
I like Child of Light.
Yeah.
I thought you could just talk about Grow Home.
I want that style of gameplay.
They'll probably make a third Grow Home.
Grow His Tone.
I just want that again. Like, it was beautiful. It was all hand drawn. The dialogue was literally all like rhymes. Like, it was poetry, and it was really neat.
It's poetry. It rhymes.
So I'm done with Ubisoft.
All right, moving on to the good stuff.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, we're finally
I was done with
getting
Ubisoft from the beginning.
to the PC gaming show. I'm just kidding. I don't have anything for that one. Sony and Nintendo are our last two. Sony first.
So Sony has had a possible like leaked actual
set
Lineup.
list. Yeah, set list.
Well,
Whether or
Sony
not
even
that's
said-
true.
So yeah, Sony even kind of like came out early on. It was just like, we're really only going to talk about 4 games.
Yeah, but the games that they said they were only going to talk about are not the exciting things that are on this list. The stuff that they're going to talk
What's
about
their-
is the stuff that's already announced.
What's the
You want me to name the 4?
yeah? Name the 4 and then tell me what the other
All
stuff
right.
is.
So
that
there's
goes to.
Ghost of Tsushima, which I don't even know what that game is.
I don't know what that is.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Josh, you know what Ghost of Tsushima is?
It sounds delicious.
All right. Death Stranding, obviously.
Oh, right, of course.
Last of Us Part 2. And then Spider-Man.
Days Gone.
No.
Days Gone isn't on there?
They did not say that was part of the 4. I would be very surprised if they
I'm going to
didn't show
guess it's
anything like that.
because Days Gone and Last of Us
The same feel.
might have too much of the same feel to put next to each other.
Right. Because the first time I saw Days Gone, I was like, oh, is this the first trailer for Last
Oh,
of Us 2?
Not only did I think that, I tweeted it out as like, this is 100%.
Right. I was there with you when we were watching it.
Yeah, like I was so like 100% about it being Last of Us 2.
Okay, so here is the
leaked thing.
The possibly real, possibly fake, because, you know, who knows anyway. You don't want to jump onto every rumor train.
Yeah.
But it's like sometimes
Whoop,
they're
whoop.
like, okay, this could be a thing.
It's free.
So,
What is it?
it starts PlayStation games mashup trailer, Days Gone trailer,
Okay.
Last of Us Part 2, new Splinter Cell,
Okay.
Devil May Cry 5.
That makes a lot of sense.
Well,
if they make it, it's gonna. If they make it, it'll make so much sense. I really hope they go back to Dante.
Right, yeah, normal, because the other one was DMC, so it was like a reboot.
They did say that it wasn't just those 4 games. It was those 4 games and then third-party games. So they're going to have those 4 and then games that aren't just exclusive.
Right.
There are
PlayStation.
some that are still, well, I guess they wouldn't technically be exclusive, but they're still like Sony rooted. There's some Yakuza 2 stuff, some Shenmue 3 stuff,
Okay.
some PS2 and PS3 games that are going to be
Like remastered.
or able to like download and play.
Backwards
Here's where we get
compatibility?
into the no, I don't think like local, but there
No, like emulated.
like there are some
okay.
PS2 games that you can buy and play on the PS4.
Okay, cool.
Just from the shop. Then we get to Death Stranding. Then we get to, this would be like huge, because they haven't actually showed anything for this yet. Resident Evil 2 remake gameplay trailer.
Okay. Yes, Resident Evil 2 is gonna be a thing. I can almost guarantee that
The remake's been like teased for a long time.
Yeah.
Man.
that's gonna be a really, that game more than probably any other game you can remaster is gonna get the most scrutiny, because that's people's
That's
like,
the Resident Evil game. Beside like,
and everyone knows how to play that game forwards, and like people
Yeah.
who play that game know it forwards and backwards.
there's like
You can't move anything. You just have to make it pretty.
see, after that there is Vanquish 2, Spyro.
Like the really old, like, we're sliding around Vanquish game?
I'm pretty sure.
What? That's getting a second one?
If this is real. There is like the Spyro thing, a Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer, Beyond Good and Evil 2 gameplay,
Really?
and then Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater remake trailer.
Okay, if that's true, I will give it to Sony immediately just for that.
If that is the case,
But
if
it
we
better
get-
because that has the potential to make me immensely happy or immensely mad.
This is instantly one of those things that makes me not think that this is real.
That's exactly what I'm thinking too, because Konami is not gonna try to make any more video games.
But they already have the freaking
Like all the cutscenes.
yeah, because of their pachinko
God,
machines.
that makes me so mad. I can have an hour long rant of just that making me mad. But I don't. That sounds like someone's wish list. That sounds like my wish list. That someone wants to happen. That doesn't feel like a thing that would happen.
Right. This has been widely circulated though.
One of those things that I'm just throwing this in there. I would be highly surprised if it doesn't get put in there, just because it always is either in Microsoft or Sony, and right now they're buddy with Sony. there's not one mention of Call of Duty in there, and Call of Duty
Right, and
has a
normally
brand new
they
game.
show their stuff on there.
Yes.
Because they're Activision, right?
And and they have a brand new game coming out.
Right.
They're going to be at E3.
Well, Activision is going to show that, and they're also apparently showing more stuff for Destiny 2. Like, apparently Destiny 2 is either getting a huge update or a new game
Destiny
mode.
2 Activision? That's Bungie, right?
Isn't Bungie owned by don't they do some stuff together?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I know. Well,
Is
Destiny-
Activision like a publisher or something?
Activision bought Blizzard, and you play Destiny on Blizzard's BattleNet.
Okay.
So, but I know for a fact that Activision owns Destiny,
Okay, cool.
because that's how I can remember. But Destiny 2 is supposed to come out with like new game modes and crap, and show up some stuff.
A Battle Royale shooter?
Yeah, more than likely.
I've already sold my Destiny 2 copies back.
Same.
Yeah, I didn't hold on to those.
You guys
very long.
you guys kept yours longer than I did.
Yeah, so...
I remember we played it day one, and I remember them being like, hey, sorry, you can't play the game because there's too many people playing the game. I was like, oh.
I'm done.
Yeah, this is silly.
I want to play games that I buy. So, I mean, that is probably not a real
I don't believe
thing.
that list.
Well, taking that with a grain of salt, what are your wish list items?
A lot of the ones on there.
I just want all I want is Death Stranding gameplay.
Gameplay. Got it.
I want to know what
You've been showing me CGI trailers for 2 years.
3 years.
I really wanted to talk about this on the podcast. Something that when somebody asked what's his name,
Hideo Kojima.
Yeah, Kojima about the game and everything. People were like, when are we gonna get to play it? Like, do you have a release date or anything? He said, you're already playing the game, and it's like, what do you mean by that? And apparently, people have come out, like people who have worked on the game said, or maybe it was Norman Reedus said that there's going to be like social networking, like our social networking involved in the game somehow.
Strands.
All
I don't understand.
All I know about Death Stranding gameplay wise is that there's ropes and there's sticks involved.
Mads Mikkelsen, the actor who was in some of the trailers, he was in a bunch of things.
Hannibal.
He recently was in an interview and he was like, I have no idea what Death Stranding is about.
This is why I hate Hideo Kojima, because it's good. I know it's gonna be good. I just don't know what it is.
It's like when they it was
because have you seen the sorry, go say what you said.
It reminds me of before Metal Gear Solid 5 was officially announced. Or it might have just been like when Ground Zeroes had been announced, but like the Phantom Pain hasn't. And the Phantom Pain was like being advertised as its own game made by like Moby Dick Studios. And there was an interview with like the owner of Moby Dick Studio who was like a CGI person who has bandages all over their face. And they were talking about the game. And it's just like, Kojima, you're a madman.
Okay, so they had, I think it was PSX, like last year, the year before, where he talked about the gameplay of it. And he was like, man's first invention was the stick. We used it to fight each other. And we transferred that into games. All games, you have a weapon that you use to attack each other. But man's second weapon, or the man's second invention, was the rope. The rope brings us together. I want to focus on bringing people together. Not the rope. Like, what does that mean?
What is this game?
Also, I love that like video because they have like little chibi Hideo Kojima and little chibi Del Toro, and they have little chibi versions of them, and it has little chibi Hideo Kojima beating up Del Toro. It's so cute.
My gosh.
I just want to see it.
I have two things for my wish list.
Is one of them PlayStation All-Star Battle Royale 2?
No, I do not care like at all.
That made me actually gag. Go on.
I would be mad that they wasted time in their E3 slot on that.
Wonder Book 2?
I really want Days Gone to have more gameplay shown, and I want them to announce co-op because I think that would be perfect, if not a better. Like, it's one-upping State of Decay at that point.
Right.
Because Days Gone looks prettier. I just want co-op. I want to be able to play with my friends.
Do you think we'll get any more VR? Like, they'll be like, this is PSVR Plus.
Didn't they announce like
Plus.
Aren't they announcing more VR games coming out at this?
Probably.
I think I saw they announced.
Or they might be like, this has VR ability.
Mm-hmm.
That's my like more like grounded one. Like I could see that happening.
Here's Beat Saber.
The other one
I love Beat Saber.
I want to play it so bad.
is one I really want.
Mm-hmm.
Until Dawn 2.
Or just some game by them.
Or
Isn't Until Dawn 2 in development?
There was a sequel, it was either like a sequel or a weird prequel to Until Dawn that was a VR game. But
wait,
it was a rail shooter.
That was the rail shooter.
no, not Rush of Blood. It's called like frick.
That's a weird name.
Because I thought the B team, like that company's B team was making phone game that we played together.
Oh, they made it that.
Hidden
They made
Agenda.
that too. They made that,
Hidden
right?
Agenda.
Hidden Agenda?
Yeah.
I thought Hidden Agenda was like made by the B squad of that team.
I mean, it probably was. I just want them to
While
like, come
the
out with a
main
second
team was
game.
starting on. Again, I'm not sure, so I probably. I'm probably lying.
Even if it's not like what you said, like if
Hidden
it's not
Agenda.
Until Dawn 2, but it's another game like that.
It's called The Inpatient. It was a Until Dawn prequel that was a VR game.
Okay.
Quit trying to make it a VR game. I just want to play Until Dawn 2.
I want them to like with Hidden Agenda, with like the phone capability where like we voted and stuff, but the normal length of Until Dawn.
Yes.
So
yes,
like instead
absolutely.
of us yelling at each other and one person making the decision, we go through the entire game of like Until Dawn.
That's how we
we're
played
all
Until
voting.
Dawn.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
That's
the
why
person with the
they made
controller still had the like.
That's why they made Hidden Agenda.
Right.
Until Dawn was best played with a group of people.
Yeah. Well, Hidden Agenda was like an experiment.
Yeah. Nothing made me more tense than literally all my friends being like, "You better not get these people killed," and then that monster breathing in my face, and it's like, "Hold the controller still," and it's like, "Bah!" and I'm like, ah! I was literally
Everyone's
like,
gonna be mad at me.
Especially
I was
at the
literally
end.
like crying, and like I'm pretty sure I peed my pants a little bit, like at the very end because I really had to pee. And it was like that moment where Hayden, panties in her hair, had to like stand still for like 5 times.
Yeah, like
in a row.
5 prompts in a row, and you only failed one of those. And it was like the first one,
Yeah,
like with
yeah.
the squirrel.
Yeah.
Like you were freaking champ at that.
Well, like I froze and I locked up so bad that I did like dribble a little.
I would
pants.
not have been able to do that.
See, I did that exact same. I made it through the whole game without killing anybody until that moment.
You left too soon, right?
What?
Didn't you leave too soon?
No, I was holding the controller in it. I had the controller in my hand for what's her face to. I'm trying to remember what happened.
Hayden panties in her hair.
Yeah, we had to stand still.
Yeah.
But I think it was the other guy.
Oh, guy
Blondie.
from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
It was that guy. You had to do the stand still.
How do we
thing.
not know their names?
We had to do the
Brett
stand still thing
Dalton
for him.
was the actor.
And someone that was sitting on the couch with me got up while I was doing it.
Oh no!
And so it moved and like crap, he got seen. So I did the thing where you turn the lights on to make the explosion happen.
Yeah.
So I killed like 3 people doing that.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Because I didn't get everyone out, so like 3 people died there.
That sucks.
What's funny is they don't really explain that that's what's going to light it. So every time a person runs by the light switch, you have the opportunity to hit the prompt, and every single time. Like John was in my ear, like hit the button. It gave the prompt, and I'm like, I'm supposed to stand still. I'm supposed to stand still, and I was just trying to like brace my hands on my leg in such a way to like I don't move at all. I don't know. It was a good game. Anyway, does anybody else have wish list items for PlayStation?
PlayStation, the only thing is I just want more Death Stranding. If Metal Gear Solid 3 remasters the thing, yes.
Hey, this is where you like. What is your heart of hearts? What you want?
Metal Gear Solid 3 remasters is all I want.
I want them
And Death Stranding
to not spend a lot of time on Spider-Man. It comes out in September. Don't waste E3 on Spider-Man. Sony, this is the 3rd year in a row you've
You
shown
listening to
E3
us?
to class, or you've shown Spider-Man the class.
We still haven't seen gameplay really.
No, we've seen gameplay.
We've seen plenty of gameplay. I'm just scared of. The only thing I'm scared about.
I want to
the
be
new-
swinging around though. I want that's all I want. Gameplay of open world where he's swinging around.
I think they have that.
See, I just want.
Is it really?
I want the. I want
I'm
the swing
stupid,
mechanics to not look to not be as easy as it seems like, or as like cinematic and as like on rails as it looks. I want it to be more. Spider-Man 2 is the benchmark, and I want it to be able to like. I want to swing with it.
You want a VR game?
No, I want to be able to mess up. I want you to have to be able to get good at it.
I like the Spider-Man 1 game where you swing on clouds and you're on rooftops the entire time.
Oh, goodness. Let's see.
I really do like that game, though.
All right, last but not least.
Certainly
Nintendo.
not least. Nintendo.
Wait, do the E3 thing.
E3 boopadoop.
Nintendo!
Boopadoop.
This is actually the only conference I care about.
Really?
Seriously?
Have you like seen any rumors about it? Do you know like
two things?
Okay, when it comes to Nintendo rumors, I don't trust Nintendo rumors most of the time. Nintendo rumors, there are so many fake ones.
Here's a believable one though. Fortnite for Switch.
See, there's the problem. Unreal does not work on Switch.
Does it run on Unreal?
Yeah, it's made by Epic.
Does Unreal not work on Switch?
Unreal is one of the hardest. Is one of the problems with Switch.
I would not be surprised.
If it can, great.
They'll figure it out. If it can run on my mobile phone, surely it can run on Switch.
Well,
right?
it's just it's just like an operating system talking thing. I might be wrong about.
No, Switch can totally use Unreal Engine.
What runs Unreal?
The Switch.
That's Unreal.
What games run Unreal on it?
Come on, Martin. Laugh.
No. I want to know a thing.
Martin. Laugh.
I don't know, but there was a article from like February of last year where it says Nintendo is using Unreal Engine and Miyamoto says that they have mastered it.
Oh.
They've mastered
Unreal didn't work on the Wii U.
Like their Master Sword. Anyway.
I guess it was. I guess it's whatever engine's running Resident Evil 7, which might be its own engine. But I thought there were engines that just did not work with Nintendo.
Frostbite doesn't work with
with Switch at least.
Because I remember seeing something about FIFA coming to Switch but being in a different engine.
Okay. Either way, for Nintendo, the only thing that super matters is either Star Fox.
Confirmed.
Yeah, the confirmed stuff. The things that super matters are if we get a Star Fox or anything on the Metroid game.
Which, I mean, they announced Metroid 4 last year, so hopefully we'll at least get a trailer beyond a title card.
But yeah, besides literally just being like,
Metroid
hey...
Prime,
right.
Which means it would be a first-person game, which would be super fun.
Yeah, dude, Metroid Prime games are
I'm
great.
excited about that.
Smash Brothers.
Yes, that's going to get a huge block.
Smash Brothers is all of E3.
King K. Rool, please.
Pokemon?
Smash needs more villains.
That's fair.
What year is this? This is some brawl crap.
It's a new Smash game.
Anyway.
It's gonna be.
They took away villains in this last game.
Here's my question, because they announced it for Switch. Is this going to be a new game, or
no
is it
one
going
knows.
To be
we don't
the
know.
Wii U version?
We don't know. I've had this fight so many times.
We will find out when they show gameplay for the first time.
I don't believe it's
at the tournament.
I don't believe it's going to be a new new
think it's
engine.
just going to be the Wii U?
Well, I don't believe it's going to be I don't believe it's going to be a new engine like the Brawl engine that they used to the Switch to the Wii U. I feel like it's going to be the same engine as Smash 4.
Yes.
And they're going to just tweak it, update it, add some new characters.
It's like Mario Kart Deluxe. That got announced.
See, this is the kind of argument that starts fights with the people I talk to about this because that's what I say.
Yeah.
Like they've done that. They've done this with like 8 other games already.
But that's what they do.
But they've been very upfront when they do it with the other games.
They're just being like Smash, and they're gonna have like this invitation and everything. I don't know. I'm not gonna say it's just a port. And I'm not gonna say it's a brand new game because I don't believe either one.
What?
Right now it's Schrodinger's game.
It really is.
Either way, we're definitely gonna get new stuff in it because
so
what will be new?
Confirmed is gonna be Splatoon characters.
Yes.
As actual Breath of the Wild styled Link.
And Breath of the Wild Link. We know that for sure because they showed that and Splatoon was used to announce Smash.
What else? What else do you think?
Maybe Ice Climbers come back.
Oh,
because
Arms Guy for sure.
Arms Guy is probably going to be in it.
Nintendo's like, hey, we finally have new IPs. Let's put those characters in there.
Hopefully they'll do things like a Pokken map, like a Pokken stage. Arm stage would be cool.
Okay. This is where I think, and this is where I have a prediction here.
Mm-hmm.
This is where I think Microsoft will come, and Phil Spencer will come out, because they're going to be all buddy-buddy, because they've been buddy-buddy recently, Xbox and Nintendo. I think that they'll have either a Minecraft Steve
I would be
as a playable character,
I would actually be mad to keep going.
or two, a Minecraft-esque level in the game.
I don't.
I would say Minecraft trophy. I will give.
I could see a trophy. There was a Rayman trophy in the last game, and Rayman was not in the game at all. Though I really feel like the Rayman trophy was only in the game because Sakurai wanted an excuse to post a picture of a Rayman trophy with no context and make everyone mad.
Yeah, that sounds like a thing.
Because we were expecting like a character announcement, and there was a character announcement like literally the day after he posted this. But he was just like Rayman trophy, and everyone was like,
Why?
Why? What?
But when it comes to Smash, first off, Smash community is super volatile when it comes to this topic. But for the most part, I want to say it's gonna be somewhere between a new game and a port. Like it's gonna be more than a normal port, more than like Deluxe, and more than like Pokken Tournament XD
DX.
It's gonna be more than that, where it's just like the same game, just with like a character or two.
Yes.
It's gonna be complete rebalance. It's gonna be up-res graphics. It's gonna be tweaked things with balance issues because
Now it's third person. Just kidding.
it is third person.
I'm talking about like where you're like behind the character and
But it's gonna come out.
No. Still on where you can only go forward and back.
So paper.
So first person.
No, because you're still behind the character.
I'm so confused. I get it. I see it now.
Yeah,
it's like Smite, but you can only go forward and
You
back.
can only
Yes.
go forward and backward.
It's like It's not Metal Gear. Yes, it's actually like Metal Gear Solid.
It's like Temple Run, but you can go both ways.
Start naming third person games. They're all right.
No, because you can only go one way or the other.
But Smash is coming. Yeah, but either way, Smash is coming out. Some new characters. I'm gonna guess it's the same engine, just better.
What new characters do you think?
Well, we're probably gonna get Ice Climbers back because the only reason they weren't in it was because
The Wii U couldn't run 8 Ice Climbers at the same time.
3DS.
Oh, the 3DS couldn't run.
The 3DS
That's not going to hold us back anymore.
Yes.
3DS couldn't hold. Couldn't play Ice Climbers. That's why they didn't have it. Splatoon characters probably coming out. If there's a third party character,
Crash Bandicoot.
ooh, there's no.
He's at the. I could see it being him just because he's like as legacy as like Cloud Strife, but I really
Also,
doubt
he's
it.
coming to Switch.
Oh yeah. Here's the problem anymore. With Ryu, Bayonetta, and Cloud coming out,
The rules are broken.
all rules are broken. You don't have to be cartoony. You don't
That's
have to be a Switch game, or you don't have to be a Nintendo game.
Yeah, because we had freaking like even before that we had Snake.
With Snake, yeah.
Where'd that come from?
Oh yeah. That's not
Kojima and Sakurai just liked each other.
Well, also Metal Gear was on Nintendo first. Metal Gear.
Well, but even before that, it was really on like a computer.
Minecraft Steve. It's gonna happen.
It's not.
That's gonna be that'd be the ugliest thing to come out. I mean,
Wouldn't be that bad.
I would be mad.
I really want more Sonic characters.
Fortnite guy in Smash.
Go for it.
That's bad.
He would fit more than Minecraft Steve.
You're not wrong. It's about that.
I'd play him. I would play him just because it would be hilarious to make people mad that I'm playing as Fortnite guy. He's just Fortnite guy, but just give him Snakes like moveset.
That would work.
Can his taunts
Oh,
be just like a random
his
draw
up B is
of
just
like...
his up B is just the parachute.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Or they also have jetpacks now, so I mean, it could just.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
So
oh
it could
my
be both,
gosh!
like a parachute with.
Do
a
they still
jetpack.
have this? Like, and this shows how little I've played Smash 4. Do they still have the ults? The alts? I mean,
Yeah, Final Smash.
His final smash could be him turning into Thanos.
God,
we gotta pay.
You just ruined Smash Brothers for me.
They couldn't do that though legally because of
Right.
Marvel, unless they talk to the dudes because they're kind of chill.
Marvel
they were like
versus
the reason
everything.
the
Marvel
reason
versus
Marvel
Nintendo.
is in Fortnite is because the people who worked on the newest Marvel movie were like playing Fortnite in between takes, and they were like, we should put our characters in this, and contacted the dude, and they were like, yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah,
That was literally all that happened.
We like promotion.
You like money? I like money.
I like money.
Um,
I don't have anything else to say about Nintendo because you guys
Nintendo-
are more the Nintendo people.
and and then there's Star Fox, which that's a rumored thing.
Yeah, there's a rumored like Star Fox
Racing game.
Yeah, it's like Grand Zero and Star Fox mixed together, which
F-Zero?
is weird. Yeah, what did I say?
Grand.
Oh, my bad. Because there's an F-Zero Grand Prix, so that's
Oh.
why.
Do you think we can
Give me an F-Zero game.
What if we had a crossover?
That's what I think. It's
What is this? A
the idea
crossover?
is.
Sorry.
That's what Smash is for.
Right. I want normal Star Fox.
I want normal Star Fox.
Shoot.
I want a good F-Zero game. I want an F-Zero game.
Hey, you think we're getting a new? Just kidding.
We can go on this for hours. That's just what I want.
Oh, here's a rumor. We're getting a new Earthbound game.
One last thing that I forgot to
Pikmin 4.
say, but this could also go with this since it's coming to Switch and Xbox now. I want the people who remastered Crash to remaster CTR.
Yeah, like
Crash
they
Team
should like
Racing.
give us like a spin-off one that comes with CTR and Crash Bash.
Yes.
That'd be cool.
That'd be really cool.
Crash Bash is not as popular, and so it probably won't get a remake. I loved Crash Bash, but I would still really like to see.
What's Crash Bash?
It's
Oh my
like their
gosh.
Mario Party-esque
It
game.
was so fun.
It's a lot of fun.
It
Is
probably
this-
doesn't hold up at all.
Is this fun as Sonic Shuffle?
Sonic Shuffle is a terrible game, but I love it.
No, Crash Bash is
Was like actually fun.
yeah. There's a lot of mini games, and you just play as like the Crash characters.
You know what's a weird game like that?
What?
Like
Rampage World Tour.
Yes, not World Tour though. It was like
It was a
the time travel-y one.
Time Warp. No.
Yeah,
I
the
don't know.
third one, because you would have normal Rampage gameplay, but then you would have like
This is going off the rails,
then
but I
you-
love it.
Then you
I would love
have
Rampage.
like Mario Party-esque mini games.
This is the perfect time for a Rampage game. The movie's coming out.
The
we
movie
could have
it came out April.
we could have The Rock come out, and he could be the central guy for the new Rampage game.
He's like, hey, you know the game that this movie was loosely based off of?
Very
well, now we're
loosely.
going to give you a game that's not loosely based off the original game.
Yeah.
Rampage World Tour is so
I'm
much
not part
fun.
of this.
I'm really bad at ending these kinds of things.
Are we at like the pinnacle of it?
Pretty much.
Are we kind of dropping down?
We normally would drop off with a segment
something.
called Agree to Disagree, but since we don't have that today, Warren, say something. to
Okay,
end
let's
this.
just go through like the number one thing we're hoping for E3.
Okay, yeah, our number one wish.
Like our big
Okay.
yeah. If
In
if
10 words or
nothing else-
less, what do you want from E3, Josh?
10 words or less.
You just use
Crap.
it 4. That's
That's
5. That's 6.
7. King K. Rool.
What is... Never mind. Warren, in 10 words or less, what do you want from E3?
Death Stranding gameplay.
Yeah, I did say
Metal
or
Gear
less.
Solid 3 remake. More Smash stuff.
Okay. I like that.
Yes.
Do I have to do this?
Yes.
Yes,
you
it was
do.
your idea.
Yeah, you have to do this. 10 words or less, you have to say your number one thing, no matter how stupid it is.
Halo 6
Oh, wow, that's really stupid.
couch co-op.
Go on.
Oh, wow. 3 words left. You have
Come
3
on.
words left.
You have 3 words.
Unravel 2,
Please.
please.
Okay.
Wait, no. Instead of the last word being please, apology.
Okay,
You have to
so
be the guy that comes out and apologizes.
okay, so this
Martin
is
seems like I mean the second Yarny.
It says I'm sorry for the microtransactions.
And I made it when
Me on
my
vacation.
my family were on vacation and my kids were playing with them, and
It's kind of like life.
yeah.
That's what love is.
Okay, so this has been our PrE3
Mediaphile
episode talking about what we're gonna get at E3. Let's see if it comes out. I'm bad at endings.
E3.
Do we know things?
Let's find out. See you guys.
Thanks for listening.
Boo-da-boop.
Sorry.